Know that we talk about how we can import some 3D models and we talk about positioning them in scene. Let's just talk about some other tools that you should know about in Unreal Engine. So, for example, in here, if we go close here, you can see there is an arrow in here and with this gamepad. Okay, if we click on it, you can see it says that is player start. And what it means wherever you put this here, when you hit play, your character will appear there. And you can see, because we create our project from a third person template at the start, if you remember. Because of that, now we have a character to play with. Of course, in a course project, I will show you how we can import another character and how we can use its animation and how we can apply it with other game mode, for example, looking at above, first person, third person, and how you can create them. But for now, let's just show you some basic stuff in Unreal Engine with just this third person template. Okay, now we are in play mode, and if we want to go out of this play mode, we can hit escape on our keyboard and it will go out of that play mode. Okay, now for example, if I click in here and go to movement in here, I can move this start point. For example, let's just put it up here like this, and we can go here and put it up here, right? A little bit down. If you put it a little bit down more, it will tell you bad size. So when it says bad size, it means that you play your player start inside some object, so you shouldn't do that. So if you bring it up, the bad size will go away. Now if you play our game, you can see it will appear here and we can start from here. So next thing to talk about is where this player start coming from. If you delete this, okay, we delete it, where we can get it. You can see in here there is a plus icon in here and it called add to the project. So if you click in here and go to basic, you can see the player start, and if you click on it, you can see there is a new player start in here, that if you put it in here and hit play, our player now is starting from here. So that's a good place to talk about other thing in here. So there is some basic stuff like actor, character, pawn, point light, and trigger box and trigger sphere. I will talk about all of them. Don't worry about it. Just know this. If you want to add a player start in here, you can use these. Okay? So know with that where this player is coming from. If you just go to word setting, if the word setting is not here for you, just go to Windows and click on word setting. No word setting will be here. And what it's important in here is this game mode. And in this game mode, you can see at default, because we create this project from third person template, it's set it as a BP, that is for blueprint, third person game mode. Okay, so at the default, when you create a third person template in Unreal Engine 5, it create a game mode and set it there. And in this game mode, there is our character, there is all those animation. So in game mode, we can have characters, we can have animation. As a matter of fact, we can have GUI, we can have a lot of things. So maybe your game does have a lot of game mode. For example, in Mario Galaxy, at some point, at some level, you have a platformer game, and at some level, you are like a plane, and at some level, you are shooting a gun, right? So those are different game mode. That can be game mode. Of course, you can put all of them in just one game mode. So first thing to do, we should create a game mode, because the Unreal Engine work like this. So let me show you in Paint, okay? So for example, let's just say this is our game mode. And in game mode, we define a character. This character has some, so for example, and this character has some animations, for example, animation. It has GUI, it has health, it has weapon damage, and the game mode again, it has some state, game state, or has some GUI element. So you can see we need a game mode, and inside that game mode we need a character, and inside that character we can have some animations, some GUI for that character. So for showing you other type of game modes in Unreal Engine 5, you can go to File, go to New Project, and create a new project. For example, the first person, and this is my second game, so I wanted to save in here, and I want to call it second game. Okay, I want it to be Blueprint, and all the default things is good in here. So hit create in here. So you can see this now is first person template that we create, and if you go to world setting in the game mode, now it is BP for Blueprint first person game mode, and if you play you can see we are in first person game, and you can see clearly that this is another game mode. But what we are going to do in this course, we will create our own game mode. I just wanted to show you that there are some template for first person, third person, strategy, car, and all of that that you can use. But in this course, we will create our own game mode for third person shooter, and we can change it to first person shooter, and I will show you how you can do that.